Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing lemon pepper lava rib clusters. Start by cutting a rack of ribs into 2 bone clusters so every piece cooks faster and holds flavor deeper. Season generously with lemon pepper, garlic, smoked paprika, cracked black pepper, and a light coat of oil. Air fry or roast until the edges blister and the fat begins to bubble. While the ribs crisp, melt butter in a pan with lemon zest, honey, chili flakes, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice until it forms a glossy lava glaze. Toss your rib clusters in the sauce until they shine like molten gold. Add a final dusting of lemon pepper for that explosive finish. Serve with ranch, hot sauce, or eat them straight off the tray. Today in FlavorVille, we're building the lava-crusted shrimp towers. A dish stacked so high and exploding with so much crunch, you'll need slow motion just to keep up. Start with jumbo shrimp, peeled and butterflied, seasoned heavily with smoked paprika, garlic, cayenne, lemon pepper, and a dash of chili crunch. Coat each shrimp in a thin layer of buttermilk, then dredge in a mix of flour, crushed cornflakes, and panko for maximum eruption texture. Drop the shrimp into hot oil and listen for that crackling roar as the crust forms into golden armor. In a pan, make the lava glaze: butter, honey, chili oil, brown sugar, crushed red pepper, and a squeeze of lime. Heat until bubbling and volcanic. Stack your fried shrimp straight up into a tower on the plate. Then pour the lava glaze over the top so it melts down every layer like edible magma. Finish with green onion, sesame seeds, and a final drizzle of hot honey. This is crunch, heat, glaze, and eruption energy in one skyscraper bite. Welcome to FlavorVille. Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing the Pepper Jack Thunder Rolls, the wrap that crunches, melts, drips, and explodes with spicy flavor in every bite. Start by frying or air frying chicken strips until the coating is golden, loud, and shatter crisp. Lay out a warm flour tortilla and add a thick layer of shredded pepper jack cheese. As the heat melts the cheese, place the chicken strips straight down the center like the backbone of the wrap. Add diced jalapenos, shredded lettuce, and a smoky chipotle mayo drizzle that runs red like lightning in slow motion. Fold the sides in tight, roll it forward, and toast it face down in a buttered skillet until the tortilla bubbles and crisps. Slice it diagonally for maximum visual impact and let the molten cheese pour out like a thunderstorm. This is the Pepper Jack Thunder Roll. Crispy, spicy, melty, viral, and absolutely unstoppable. For deals, recipes, and more, everything you need is at my deals page /1J5F FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we're dropping a dessert with so much shine, it looks like it was poured straight out of a fairy tale. This is cherry glaze magic. The desserter's favorite, the legend maker, the kind of sweet eruption that steals the whole night. Start by whipping together a light vanilla batter, folding in sugar, butter, eggs, and a splash of cream until it turns glossy. Bake until the edges turn golden and the center feels like a soft pillow. While it bakes, heat fresh cherries in a pan with sugar, lemon zest, and a touch of butter. As the cherries soften, stir in cornstarch with warm water to thicken. When the glaze starts to look like red glass, pull it from the heat. Slice your cake, pour the cherry glaze over the top, and watch it cascade down the sides in slow motion. Every bite bursts with warm vanilla, bright cherry, and glossy, silky sweetness. Dessert magic, FlavorVille approved. Start by heating 2 tablespoons of canola oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Canola oil works perfectly here because it handles high heat without burning, giving you a clean sear on every ingredient. Add sliced smoked sausage and brown it until the edges turn deep and crisp. Remove the sausage, then add a little more canola oil and drop in diced chicken thighs seasoned with Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Sear until golden. Now add the Cajun Holy Trinity: chopped onion, celery, and bell pepper. Let them soften and pull up all the flavor from the pan. Stir in minced garlic and sliced green onions. Add the sausage back in and pour in a splash of chicken broth. Let it simmer for 1 minute. Now stir in heavy cream, Parmesan cheese, a small handful of mozzarella, and 1 spoon of Cajun seasoning. Simmer until thick, creamy, and smooth. Add cooked pasta and coat every piece in the creamy Italian Cajun sauce. Finish with more Parmesan, black pepper, and chopped parsley. This is the Canola Trinity Cajun Alfredo explosion. Bold, creamy, smoky, cheesy, and built to go viral. Today in FlavorVille, we're launching the Patriot Smash Taco versus the Golf Club Cheesesteak Roll. Start with the Patriot Smash Taco. Heat brisket in a skillet until the edges crisp. Smash it lightly so it forms a crust. Add roasted bell peppers, seared onions, and a handful of shredded cheddar. Let it melt until bubbling. Warm your tortillas, load the brisket mixture, drizzle smoky chipotle sauce, and top with fresh cilantro. This taco hits with fire, crunch, and full FlavorVille power. Now for the Golf Club Cheesesteak Roll. Slice ribeye thin. Sear in butter with mushrooms, onions, and garlic until caramelized. Add provolone and fold it in so it stretches like a perfect slow-motion pull. Butter a long roll and toast both sides. Load it high with the cheesesteak mix and finish with a pepper drizzle. This food war is sponsored next by Pins and Aces, elite golf gear and accessories with 21% off using my code. 2 dishes, 2 sponsors, 1 viral eruption. FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we're building the Ricotta Tempura Jalapeno Bomb. A crispy, creamy eruption designed to break the algorithm. Start by slicing fresh jalapenos lengthwise and removing the seeds, leaving a clean pocket for the filling. Mix ricotta, shredded mozzarella, garlic, lemon zest, salt, and cracked black pepper into a smooth, rich stuffing. Pack each jalapeno tight until the cheese peaks slightly at the edge. Now build the tempura batter. Whisk ice-cold sparkling water with flour and a touch of cornstarch until lightly lumpy. Dip each stuffed jalapeno and fry in hot oil until the exterior becomes golden, airy, and explosively crisp. For the creamed corn puree, blend sweet corn, butter, a splash of cream, salt, and lemon juice until silky. Spoon the puree on a plate, stack the jalapeno bombs, and finish with fresh lemon squeeze for brightness. FlavorVille out.
Today, let's dive into some viral health and wellness topics that are making waves. First up, metabolic flexibility is all the rage. Creators are sharing how to train your body to switch between carbs and fats effortlessly. Think morning fat burn meals and low-sugar dessert swaps that keep you on track. Next, the vagus nerve reset is trending again. People are looking for ways to calm their nerves and reduce stress. Cold water, face dunks, and deep belly breathing are just a couple of the hacks you can try. Protein coffee is still a hit, but now it's all about the remix. Add in collagen, creatine, and even adaptogens for a boost. Smart fiber loading is the latest trend for gut health and weight control. Eating fiber before meals can help lower blood sugar spikes, so think high-fiber breakfasts and overnight oats. Sleep stacks are blowing up on Wellness YouTube, combining magnesium, glycine, and more for a restful night. And don't forget hormone-friendly foods, especially for men aged 25 to 45. These foods support testosterone and energy levels, so beef and egg meals are a must-try. Lastly, mental focus meals are gaining traction. People are searching for brain-boosting breakfasts. Blueberry walnut bowls and avocado egg toast are perfect for that dopamine boost.
Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing the Flaming Cajun Ricotta Firebomb Jalapenos, a molten, crispy, sponsor-powered eruption. Start by slicing fresh jalapenos lengthwise and removing the seeds. In a bowl, mix ricotta, cheese, lemon zest, cracked pepper, a spoon of Parmesan, and a pinch of Cajun seasoning. Stuff each jalapeno until full and seal the edges tight. Next, whisk tempura batter until light and airy. Dip the stuffed jalapenos and lower them gently into hot oil. Let them fry until golden, blistered, and loud with crunch. Blend creamed corn with butter, salt, and a squeeze of fresh lemon to create a silky base. Plate the jalapenos over the corn puree, drizzle Cajun honey, and finish with a touch of lemon. This volcanic bite is creamy, crispy, spicy, bright, and explosively FlavorVille. This episode is powered by all our top sponsors, Old Glory, Pins and Aces, and Copper North, all linked inside My Deals for your exclusive discounts. FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we're creating the Chocolate Silk Ripple Cookie Storm. a dessert built for maximum cinematic eruption. Start by mixing softened butter, brown sugar, a spoon of vanilla, and 1 egg until creamy. Add flour, cornstarch, and a pinch of salt to form a soft cookie dough. Press the dough into a flat circle and place chunks of your favorite candy bars in the center: chocolate, caramel, nougat, or peanut. Crunch pieces all work. Fold the dough around the filling and seal it tight. Heat a pan with a thin layer of butter. Place the cookie dough ball inside and flatten slightly. Let the bottom caramelize to a golden edge. Add a swirl of chocolate syrup on top and cover the pan for 1 minute to melt everything inside. When you lift the lid, the chocolate should ripple and shine like silk. Transfer to a plate, dust with powdered sugar, add a caramel drizzle, and finish with a sprinkle of sea salt. This cookie explodes with molten candy, crispy edges, and creamy chocolate in every bite. A true FlavorVille dessert storm. Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing a dessert war so wild, it should come with a warning label. On one side, the Cosmic Cookie Caramel Core Bomb. Start with 2 giant chocolate chip cookies. Press them into a muffin mold to form edible bowls. Pour warm caramel in the center and freeze it so it becomes a molten core waiting to erupt. Bake the cookie bowls until golden, then hit the top with crushed pretzels, mini marshmallows, and a blast of warm caramel drizzle until it overflows like a dessert volcano. Now the challenger, the triple chocolate candy bar shatter slab. Melt dark chocolate, swirl in milk chocolate, then streak white chocolate across the top to create cosmic patterns. Drop crushed Snickers, Twix, Kit Kat, caramel pearls, and sea salt flakes across the surface. Freeze it until rock hard, then crack it into massive shards with the back of a knife for the ultimate candy bar explosion. Tonight's dessert war is brought to you in part by Old Glory, home of officially licensed NFL, music, and movie merch. Get instant savings on everything inside my exclusive deals link below. Welcome to FlavorVille. Today inside FlavorVille, we're creating a camo crisp honey pepper chicken bite that hits like hidden heat wrapped in loud flavor. Start by slicing boneless chicken thighs into bite-sized chunks and season them with smoked paprika, cracked pepper, a drizzle of honey, and a touch of garlic. Coat the pieces lightly in cornstarch so they fry with that signature airy crunch. Heat your oil until it sizzles, then drop in the chicken and let each bite turn golden, crispy, and irresistible. When they're done, toss them immediately in warm honey, crushed red pepper, and a squeeze of lemon to brighten the heat. The flavor hides like camo but explodes when you bite down. And speaking of camo, today's video is powered by Quick Camo, where you get 25% off all gear using the link in the description. Outdoor flavor, hidden style, loud results. FlavorVille out. Today, we're firing up a patriotic plate that hits harder than a July sunset. These American Flame Crunch ribs start with thick-cut beef ribs seasoned with smoked paprika, pepper, garlic, and a whisper of brown sugar. Lay them in a hot pan and let that crust form like crackling fireworks. Then slow bake them until the meat pulls back from the bone like a flag in the wind. Brush on a molten maple chipotle glaze that caramelizes under high heat, turning every rib into a glossy, sticky, sweet heat masterpiece. As they rest, the aroma rises like an anthem of smoke and spice. And because every great moment deserves great gear, today's recipe is powered by Old Glory, the brand built for people who live bold, cook big, and celebrate flavor with pride. One bite, and you understand the name. This is American fire, American comfort, American taste. Today in FlavorVille, we're dropping a dessert that feels illegal to film: the caramelized crunch berry butter biscuit sundae. Start with a hot skillet and melt 2 tablespoons of butter until it foams. Add crushed berry cereal and stir until it caramelizes into a glossy candy crust. Drop in pre-baked buttermilk biscuits and let them soak up that butter caramel coating. In a bowl, whisk warm condensed milk, vanilla, and a splash of heavy cream. Scoop vanilla ice cream into a tall glass, pile in the caramelized biscuit pieces, and drench everything with the condensed milk drizzle. Add more crunch berry crumbs, a final butter gloss, and watch it melt into a full-blown cinematic eruption. This dessert hits sweet, crunchy, creamy, buttery, and absolutely explosive. This camouflage crunch melt goes undercover until the exact second it explodes with flavor. Start by shredding sharp cheddar and Monterey Jack together for a double cheese meltdown. Dice fresh jalapenos super fine so the heat hides inside the mix. Spread the cheese across a tortilla, then sprinkle crushed tortilla chips on top for the stealthy crunch layer. Add a drizzle of spicy ranch to glue everything together before folding it in half. Heat a skillet with a thin layer of canola oil and press the meltdown until both sides turn golden and crispy. Slice it open to reveal that hidden lava of cheese and jalapenos. It's the ultimate undercover comfort snack, inspired by the same stealth energy you get from Quick Camo's gear. Grab their outfits at 25% off using the My Deals link. Everything you buy is covered. One bite and the flavor ambush will make you laugh, shout, and immediately make another one. Today in FlavorVille, we're serving a stadium-level eruption, a sweet heat chicken crunch so bold it tastes like kickoff fireworks without needing a single match. Start with sliced chicken thighs tossed in paprika, garlic, honey, and a whisper of cayenne. Let that marinate while the heat builds like the stadium crowd. Coat each piece in crushed cornflakes for the loudest crunch you've ever filmed. Drop them into hot oil and listen. The fry sound alone is a highlight reel. As they rise golden, drizzle a sweet heat glaze made from honey, chili crisp, and melted butter. It clings. It glows. It belongs on the Jumbotron. Finish with toasted sesame and a squeeze of lemon for that fourth quarter tang that seals the win. Today's Spotlight sponsor rotates to Old Glory. Click My Deals link below for 20 to 30% off fan merch. FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing the Pepper Jack Lava Load Steak Fold. A molten, fiery, cheese-drenched power plate brought to you by Pins and Aces, the kings of premium golf gear and swagger-level performance apparel. Start by slicing skirt steak thin and marinating it in smoked paprika, chipotle paste, garlic powder, lime juice, and a touch of honey. Sear it hot until the edges char and the center stays juicy. In a separate pan, melt pepper jack cheese with a splash of heavy cream until it turns into a silky, molten lava stream. Heat a tortilla in the steak pan so it absorbs all the drippings. Then layer steak, grilled onions, roasted jalapenos, and spoon over that molten pepper jack lava. Fold it tight, press in the pan until the edges crisp, then slice open to reveal the explosion. This Plates and Aces Power Fold hits harder than any tee-off on the course. Grab 21% off at Pins and Aces using my link inside the description. FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing the Sweet Heat Crunch Melt, a wild strawberry blaze waffle sandwich you've never seen before. Start by making 2 mini waffles, crisping them in a buttered skillet until the edges snap like candy. In a bowl, mix softened cream cheese, powdered sugar, vanilla, and a drizzle of warm, heavy cream until it becomes smooth, glossy, and ready to melt. Slice fresh strawberries, toss them in honey, a touch of red pepper flakes, and a squeeze of lemon to ignite that sweet heat kick. Spread the vanilla cream onto the first waffle, layer the blazing strawberries, and top with the second waffle. Press lightly so the filling begins to ooze just a bit. Dust with powdered sugar, drizzle warm vanilla cream down the sides, and finish with crunchy sugar crystals for that viral sparkle effect. This episode is sponsored by Old Glory, your home for legendary NFL, music, movie, and fan merch. Shop through my link to explore over 300,000 officially licensed items. Welcome to FlavorVille. Tonight in FlavorVille, we're creating the Midnight Chocolate-Covered Pretzel Crunch Bowl, a dessert designed to go viral the second it hits the screen. Start by melting dark chocolate in a warm bowl until silky and glossy. Add a splash of heavy cream, a touch of butter, and whisk until the mixture becomes a smooth midnight glaze. Next, crush salted pretzels by hand, not too fine. We want big, crunchy shards. Drop them into the chocolate and fold gently until every piece glistens with thick, molten coating. Now add caramel ribbons. Let them streak and swirl through the mixture like golden lightning. Toss in mini marshmallows, chocolate chips, and a pinch of flaky sea salt. Spread everything onto parchment and let it set just enough to stay sticky. Break into rustic chunks and serve in a bowl so every bite crunches, snaps, melts, and explodes with flavor. This episode is brought to you by Old Glory. Shop NFL, music, and movie merch using my exclusive link in the description. Today in FlavorVille, we're teaming up with Pins and Aces, the kings of premium golf gear, to bring you the bourbon bacon golf cart smash sandwich. Start by cooking thick-cut bacon low and slow until crisp, then brush with brown sugar and set aside to candy. For the glaze, whisk together a splash of bourbon, maple syrup, butter, chili flakes, and cracked pepper. Reduce it until glossy. Now grab 8 ounces of ground beef and form loose balls. Drop onto a hot skillet and smash hard to build crispy edges. Season lightly with salt and pepper. Flip once, melt sharp cheddar on top, and brush the bourbon glaze over the patty. Toast brioche buns in butter, then stack, bun, glaze, patty, candied bacon, fried onion strings, and one more drizzle of glaze. This sandwich tastes like victory on the 18th green. Brought to you by Pins and Aces, where the style hits harder than your swing. Grab 21% off using my link in the description. Today in FlavorVille, we're taking dessert to catastrophic levels with Caramel Crunch Thunder Cookie Bars. A stack so gooey, crispy, and explosive, the algorithm may not survive it. Start by melting butter, brown sugar, and vanilla until it bubbles into golden syrup. Stir in all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, and a handful of crushed pretzels for that salty sweet crunch. Press the dough into a pan. Next, drizzle a thick wave of melted caramel over the top and drop chunks of chocolate in random pockets so they melt into hidden lava pools. Bake until the edges crisp and the center stays molten. As it cools, pour a second layer of caramel over the top and scatter sea salt flakes so each bite snaps and melts at the same time. This episode is sponsored by Old Glory, the home of official NFL, music, movie, and pop culture merch. Unlock your discount using my link in the description. FlavorVille out. Today in FlavorVille, we are cooking the golf course glazed ribeye sandwich, brought to you by Pins and Aces, the premium golf apparel brand with style that goes way beyond the green. Get 21% off with my link in the description. Start with a thick ribeye, seasoned generously with salt, pepper, smoked paprika, and garlic. Heat a cast iron pan until it's blazing and lay the steak down so the sear sounds like a tee-off on a quiet morning. Add butter and baste until the edges caramelize. Whisk a simple glaze, honey, Worcestershire, a splash of bourbon, and a pinch of cayenne. Brush it over the ribeye and let it rest. Toast a brioche bun in leftover steak butter. Slice the ribeye thick, stack it high, and melt provolone over the top. Add crispy onions and a drizzle of glaze to finish. This is the official Pins and Aces signature bite. Bold, stylish, and unforgettable. Check out Pins and Aces and grab your 21% off using the link below. Today in FlavorVille, we're unleashing a cheese eruption so wild it should come with a warning label. This is the Pepperjack Lava Crunch Melt, the recipe that swings harder than a Pins and Aces driver on Championship Sunday. Start by shredding pepperjack cheese until it looks like snow in a heat wave. Melt it low and slow, stir in chopped jalapenos, and hit it with smoked paprika so the color pops like stadium fireworks. Pour the molten mix over toasted sourdough, then throw the whole thing under a flame until the edges blister, crackle, and snap. When you slice it, the lava flow hits the plate like a highlight reel moment. And while you're savoring that cheese waterfall, don't forget, Pins and Aces is dropping a 21% off deal on premium golf gear using my link in the description. Flavor and savings. That's a championship combo. FlavorVille out. Butter a hot skillet until it sizzles lightly. This is the base for that signature golden crunch. In a bowl, whisk cornbread mix, buttermilk, egg, brown sugar, jalapeno, and cheddar. Stir until thick and glossy. Pour the batter into the sizzling skillet. Drizzle a swirl of honey across the top, then sprinkle chili flakes for the sweet heat eruption. Bake until edges go crisp and golden while the center stays soft and molten. Slice straight through the molten middle and let that honey cheddar flow. Sponsored by Pins and Aces. Premium golf gear with 21% off. Grab your deal above. Today, we're bringing the wilderness straight into the kitchen with smoke char venison bites. A primal, fire-first flavor explosion designed for every hunter, every explorer, and every meal that needs attitude. Start by slicing lean venison into thick rustic strips. Season it heavy with smoked paprika, cracked pepper, and a drop of maple for that forest-sweet edge. Pan-sear hard until the outside blisters dark and the inside stays ruby and tender. Toss in sizzling butter, garlic, and a splash of bourbon to flame-kiss every surface. Serve over roasted potatoes with herbs that taste like the trail. And if you're planning your next cookout in full stealth mode, Quick Camo has your back. 25% off all camo gear using my link. Hidden in the woods or firing up the stove, this meal stays wild. FlavorVille out. These honey pepper trail clusters are the kind of snack that feels engineered for the outdoors. Fast energy, bold flavor, and a spicy kick made for adventure. Mix warm honey, crushed red pepper, toasted oats, chopped pecans, and mini marshmallows until everything sticks like wilderness glue. Scoop into rough clusters and chill until firm. Drizzle dark chocolate on top for a punch of sweetness that cracks like bark under your boots. Perfect for road trips, hunts, hikes, or late-night munching. And when you're stepping into the elements, Quick Camo keeps you invisible, literally. Leafy suits, masks, gloves, 25% off with my link. Grab your gear, grab your clusters, and stay untouchable. FlavorVille out. Get ready for the camouflage crispy cheese stuffed turkey rolls. A crunchy, melty, golden-fried masterpiece you'll want on repeat. Pound turkey cutlets thin, spread a layer of herbed cream cheese, roll tight, and lock with toothpicks. Dip into egg wash, press into seasoned panko, and fry until the exterior turns camouflage brown and perfectly crisp. Slice to reveal that molten cheese core leaking like edible lava. Dip in lemon pepper aioli for maximum contrast. Whether you're cooking indoors or on a campfire grill, this meal stays hidden until it hits the plate. And with Quick Camo's 25% off leafy suits and masks, you can blend into the woods just as well as this turkey blends with breadcrumbs. Absolute viral energy, FlavorVille out. Tonight we're making stealth chocolate trap bars. A dessert so rich, so powerful, it sneaks up on you the way Quick Camo hides you in the wild. Melt butter, brown sugar, and cocoa until glossy. Stir in crushed pretzels, chocolate chips, and marshmallow chunks so every bite has snap, chew, and melt all at once. Press into a pan, chill, and slice into rugged squares that look like they belong in a hunter's pack. Finish with a drizzle of white chocolate so it streaks like forest frost. And when it's time to gear up for your next outdoor mission, Quick Camo has you covered with 25% off all camo. Suits, masks, gloves, everything. From stealth gear to stealth desserts, stay sharp. FlavorVille out. Start with 2 cups of Magic Spoon chocolate cereal and crush it until it looks like volcanic gravel. Mix it with melted butter and press it into a pan to form a crunchy base. In a separate bowl, whisk warm heavy cream, melted dark chocolate, and a splash of vanilla until smooth and glossy. Pour this chocolate lava over the cereal crust and let it settle. Now sprinkle a thick layer of crushed Magic Spoon on top so every bite crackles. Chill the slice until firm, then drizzle warm chocolate syrup across the surface so it looks like molten fissures breaking open. When you cut into it, the center softens and ripples like a lava flow. This is high-protein cereal turned into a viral chocolate eruption. Sponsored by Magic Spoon, the cereal that lets you indulge without the guilt. Click the deals link for everything featured.